3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll highlight that, and we'll highlight between these two. Do H, horizontally interpolate. We'll vertically interpolate downwards, doing V. Let's move up here to 4,000 RPM. So at 4,000, we can see here, it's pretty close. If anything, it might be taking away a % or 2 of fuel. I'm not going to touch that in here. What I will do is between 3 and 4, I'll highlight, and I'll do H. We'll just blend that back in. And let's move up here to 5,000. Now 5,000 here, feedback is pretty much spot on. Our actual is hitting our target, so that looks all good there. Let's move up here to roughly 6,000. And we can see here, right on the low end, we might need to take some of this fuel out. So we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take away 6% right there. Do H, we'll blend this in. We'll do V, we'll blend that in here. Use V again here, so Shift Control C, let's update that. And looking here, everything else as we went up in load looked good, so that feedback was good. So I think at this point, it's probably going to be dialed in. What I'm going to do right now, drive it again, I'll capture the log again, and we'll test it, and we'll just run through it one more time. We want to make sure it's 100% before we look at our injection timing. We can't have our lambda feedback adding in 10, 20%. It's going to be hard to gauge the changes in our injection timing table. So we want to get this feedback as tight as we can. So one more sweep through here, and that'll be good. Again, Shift Control C will update those changes. I'm going to save this as Cruise Tuning 2, and then I'm going to import this session file. Let's give this a second here. I'm going to go to Connect, and I'm going to import the file in. This is being goofy. It kicks me off when I try to play the data log back after I shut the key off, so we'll import our calibration data. Cruise Tuning 2, let's give that a second here. It should import all that. And then, again, I'm going to just do the same thing. Drive it, log it, I'll come back in, we'll talk about it, and then we'll move right into injection timing. So as soon as this is imported, I'll fire it off. That's going to be finished up probably here any second, and I'll start to drive it here. I'll be right back in a few more minutes. All right, so let's run through this real quickly again here. So taking a look on the low end, roughly 1,500. We're off here a couple percent, depending on where we're at, about 5%. Let's go here and just grab this area here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll just do 6. 6% increase right here. If we move up into, let's say, 2,000 RPM, that's going to be right here. We see that the feedback here is still showing we need to add a little bit more in there. So that's about 10% right here. So we'll grab right here, we'll do Shift plus, and we'll do a vertical interpolation here, do V. And we'll horizontally interpolate this right here and do H. Just blend that into the table. Let's move up here a little bit in RPM. Here's 3,000. And we still see it's adding a couple percent, depending on where we're at. Right here, it looks like we need to add just a little bit more. We could probably go here and do V. Interpolate that a little bit. Interpolate between here, do H. Just add a couple percent in here. So just hit plus sign a little bit. Add a little bit more in there. There's no exact science to this. It's just blending the table. So you can see I'm looking at my my three-dimensional table here as I'm making my changes, using V for vertical blending and H for horizontal blending. It's just smoothing out the table as I'm making isolated changes in the table. I'm blending it upwards and downwards, so there's not going to find the changes just isolated to one area, which would create high and low points in the table. We want the table to be relatively smooth, as we're finding right here, which is pretty smooth. Let's go. Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here. And you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.